Rockstar just dropped 67 new GTA 6 screenshots, and I sat down, went through all of them, and went back and looked at what we had from 2024. And honestly, I was not prepared for how different things look. This is not me hyping up, the screenshots speak for themselves. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Hello everyone, welcome back to the GTA 6 information channel. So today, I got 5 pair of screenshots to go through. Each pair has one from the 2024 and one from the brand new 2026 drop. Same kind of scene, same theme, so you can actually see what has changed. I'm going to zoom into parts that stood out to me and give you my honest thoughts on each one. So let's get into it. And I want to say this clearly, you already looked mad. You have got a full boat of party going on, multiple vessels, peoples on inflatables, and an American flag on one side of the boat. NPCs just living their lives on the water. When this dropped in 2024, people went crazy over it, and rightfully so. But now, look at the 2026 screenshot. Same kind of vibes, water, boats, Vice City in the background, but it is nighttime now and everything looks different. Zoom into the skyline for a second. Look at how the city reflects off the water. Every building is lit up individually. You can see a helicopter in the sky. The boat has this pink and teal gradient on the hull that looks unreal. What gets me about this comparison is that the 2026 version showed us what the world looked like during the day. The 2026 version shows us Vice City at the night from the water, and it genuinely looks like a real city. The way the light bounces off the water surface is something else, and when you think about it, the fact that this is what the game just looks like casually sailing around, not even in a mission, it is hard to wrap your head around. Pair 2 and we are going off-road. The 2024 screenshot is a motocross race. This is one that people absolutely loved when it dropped. Bikes tearing through the mud, industrial silos in the background, some animal running alongside the race. The chaos in the image felt so alive. Now look at the 2026 off-road screenshot. A muscle car absolutely going for it through a muddy track in what I think is the Grass Rivers area. And I want to zoom in the car itself. Look at the mud. It's not just splattered randomly. It has built up in places that actually make sense. Look at the wheel arches. Look at the lower panels. A spray pattern coming off the rear tires. That is physics. That is not just a dirty texture slapped onto a vehicle model. And then zoom out slightly and look at the vegetation on the either side. The tall grass, the ground plants, the trees in the misty background. Every single plant looks like it exists independently. That kind of detail in what is essentially the background of a screenshot. That is Rockstar just doing too much in the best possible way. The 2024 screenshot was all about energy and action. The 2026 one is about how the world itself has been built. Two different things, but both impressive in their own way. Pair 3, and this is my personal favorite comparison in the whole video. Both screenshots show kayaking, same activity, completely different environments, and the gap between them genuinely surprised me. The 2024 one is on a river heading towards a railway bridge, and even back then this was a proper screenshot. The water reacts to the paddle and there is a flood gauge sign on the bank with actual readable numbers. The bridge looks structurally real. Rockstar put detail in a random river scene and it showed. Now the 2026 kayak screenshot. Open coastal waters, golden sunset behind a paddler, a dock on the left side. Zoom in on the water first, the way the sunset hits the surface, the gold near the horizon, the way it fades into the deeper blue further out. This is not a static image, that changes in real time based on where the sun is. Then zoom in to the paddler's back and shoulders. This way the sunlight catches his skin as he lifts the paddle. That is a level of character rendering that closes the gap between gameplay and a film. And then look at the water around the kayak. You can see the dock, the trees, the orange sky, all of it reflected in the water at the same time. 3 separate things reflected in one water surface in a game running in real time. I do not know how they do it, but they do it. Pair 4 is the one that I think people are going to sleep on the most, and that is the car interiors, because this comparison is not about the world itself, it is about what Rockstar have done on the inside of the vehicles. The 2024 screenshot is a first person view from inside a car at the car wash, and even from 2024 this was mad. You could see the dashboard, the steering wheel, NPCs outside to the windscreen with actual facial detail. Water and foam physically simulated on the glass. That screenshot alone confirms GTA 6 was going to have proper first person driving experience. Now the 2026 screenshot, a close up of a classic muscle car interior in what looks like a garage. And what I want you to do is zoom in right into that steering wheel. The leather on the rim the stitching on it, the speedometer with individual numbers you can read, the fuel gauge, the secondary dials on the right side of the dashboard. This is a car interior that has been built like it's the main thing in the game, not a background detail, the main thing. Every material feels different. The leather feels like leather, the chrome feels like chrome, and this level of care goes into every single vehicle in GTA 6. Over 200 of them, each one with an interior like this. That is honestly a bit ridiculous when you think about it. And Pair 5, saving the best for last. And this is one screenshot that stopped me completely when I first saw it. The 2024 version shows two guys fishing off a boat near Leonida Keys. Clear turquoise water, palm trees on the beach behind them. One on the road, one looking through binoculars. Simple scene, looked great. Confirmed fishing was actually in the game. Now, let's look at the 2026 screenshot. Different boat, bigger one with a swim platform at the back. Jason and Lucy on the platform. A seagull has now landed on the railing above them, and in the water right next to them, two dolphins just sitting there, swimming alongside it. Zoom into the water around the dolphins and you can actually see the body through the surface. The light refracts through the water and catches their skin underneath. The way the water moves around them looks like actual water movement, not a simulation. Then zoom up to the seagull. Individual feathers, guys, and natural resting posture. It just landed there. Nobody placed it for a cinematic shot. It's just part of the world doing its thing. This is what separates this from everything else. It's not the dolphin specifically. It is the fact that the world generated this moment on its own. A seagull landed on a boat while dolphins swam past in a game, and it looked like this. So that is the 5 pairs, and honestly going through all of them back to back just reinforces how much work has actually gone into every corner of this game. Water, off-road, lighting, vehicle interiors, wildlife, every single area has been pushed forward at the same time. That is what makes these 2026 screenshots feel different from the 2024 ones. It's not one big upgrade, it's everything getting better all at once. 141 days until November 19th, and I cannot wait. Let me know in the comments which comparison got you the most. For me, it was the dolphins without a doubt. Something about that screenshot just hits differently. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and turn on notification. Loads more GTA 6 content coming before launch. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.